What's happening, everybody? Just want to post a quick video. So check this out. Some people they might not understand this, whatever, but real people, they'll get it. Now, what I wanted to say is I really don't think that there's anybody who wants to be a hater or anybody who wants to, who's born and just want to hate. What I think it is just misplaced admiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, really think about it, right? So everybody has a friend who's striving to be a rapper, a singer, whatever the case may be, right? So it's been years, they haven't made the progress that you feel that they should be making. So you sell it off as a pipe dream, and you sell it off as, man, they just ain't gonna get nothing. I wish they realized that the dream is dead or whatever, right? So then you have people that come along like Young Thug, you know Rick Ross, or this, that, and the other. And when you see them come about, you you respect their hustle. You respect that it took them 10 years, of handing out the CDs out the trunk of the car and this, that, and the other. You respect that. And you call that hustle. You call that grind. You call that hard work. You know what I'm saying? So you support that. You go buy the albums. You go, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other. You support it because you support the hustle. But think about that. That person that you come in contact with every day, your cousin, your friend, or whoever, who's got that same drive, that same hustle, and you call it a pipe dream. And I think sometimes it's not that people, you know, hate, or it's not that people, what I'm saying, wish ill will. It's just the simple fact that sometimes people, when they see a person grinding like that, it's kind of like a resentment, or kind of like they don't understand. They don't understand how somebody can just be pushing that hard, and you know what I'm saying, because in your mind, you don't see it happening. But like I said, when it comes to a Young Thug, when it comes to Cash Money, this, that, and the other, you say those are hustlers. Those are people that put in that hard work. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'll even use myself as an example. I write. I'm trying to do, what I'm saying, just fulfill my dream in that aspect, right? And, some people, they know me, they deal with me on an everyday basis, and they won't give that type of support. Just for the simple fact that, they see me all the time. They with me, or they know me, or whatever. So that they won't give me that type of support. You know what I mean? Simply because they look at it as, oh, I see him, I know him, this, that, and the other. But then you take the next person that doing the same thing that I'm doing, right? But you see them on TV, and you drop everything that you know what I'm saying, that you're doing to support them. And then you always talk about, man, this person doing hard work, you know what I'm saying, blah 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 blah. And sometimes I sit back like what the heck am I doing? But I've come to realize that it's not about hate. Just misplaced admiration. That's all it is. It's just misplaced. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, when you're around someone who's grinding, I mean, like, really trying to make things happen, really trying to make their dreams come true. And even though the hard work and effort that's going, what I'm saying, to it, because you don't see it and it's not your vision and it's not your goal, you don't feel that same necessary need to help, or to speak those words of encouragement. And you know what happens after you're like that? It turns into quote unquote hate. It comes into that, you see somebody that's out there trying to, sell clothes or be a fashion designer, and in their face you like, oh yeah, yeah, but behind their back you like, man, they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna do this, that, and the other. But meanwhile, your phone getting cut off, your car note behind, you barely eating because you trying to keep up with the Joneses to buy a Gucci belt. Think about that. You trying to keep up with the Joneses to buy a Gucci belt, but your partner, your friend, your cousin, your auntie, whatever, is designing clothes, and you could get it for free. As for a free, you know what I'm saying, advertisement. You can get it for free, but you don't want to support that vision. You'll rather support somebody that's already established. And so that's why it kills me sometimes when we talk about, how hard, what I'm saying? I'm talking about African Americans, not being, this, that, and other, but it kills me sometimes when we say there's no opportunity. We don't give a chance. We don't this, that, and the other. When we don't take the chances on the people that we know. I mean, like, really, really think about that. How many restaurants have we had, in the neighborhoods that didn't last? The food was great, but it didn't last because we didn't support it. Now we might not have supported because that was TT's baby daddy and blah 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 and this, that, and other, but we didn't support it. But then we turn right around and we say, oh, we don't have no chances, we don't have no fair shakes and this, that, and the other. So the moral of this is, I always say this, police yourself, but not only police yourself, reach your hand down and help the next man out. That's all you got to do is help the next man out. Yo, we have people who we're around every day that can be that next difference maker. But we won't support them for the simple fact that, we know them. We always talk about, this generation, we need speakers. We need people to speak for the people, this, that, and the other. But it seems like everybody that comes up, we find something wrong with them. You know what I mean? Everybody that comes up, we find something wrong with them. But we sing that same song. We need somebody to speak for us. We need somebody to this, that, and the other. We want people to hear this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, you got your local guy in your neighborhood who has the smarts, who has the drive, who has the vision. All he needs is the support to help him get there. But we won't even do that. Sometimes it really is like crabs in a bucket. And the thing about that crabs in a bucket is you reach up to pull the next person down, but that's only in your bucket. We're fine with the other crabs getting out of the bucket. We okay with that because they don't directly affect us. So as long as the crabs are in our bucket, we pulling you down. We pulling you down. All those other buckets, they can get out there and we'll go support them. But if you in my circle, you can't get out. You can't get out before me. And that's just the wrong way to think. So like I said, these are just my views. You might not agree with them. You might not understand them. But just take a moment. Really, really take a moment. And think about somebody that you know. Whether they striving to be a doctor, whether they striving to be a lawyer, whether they striving to be whatever the case may be. And really examine yourself and think. Have you done everything that you possibly can do to support them? Now, I ain't talking about just that person that just think it's going to happen overnight, but I'm talking about that person that's really, really grinding. I'm talking about that person that, I'm only using, myself as an example, but not just even myself, but just take that person that writes, or that person that, this, that, and the other. Have you bigged them up? Have you, a lot of times, I know some of the stuff that I say or some of the stuff I post, because it's me, like I said, and some certain people know me, they just scroll on up. They, you know what I mean? They scroll on up. And sometimes it's heartbreaking for me because I see those same people supporting everything else. So, moral to it is, police yourself, but not only police yourself, help each other out. You can't expect anybody outside of that circle to have, to pull you out of that bucket. You know what I mean? Sometimes getting out that bucket is not just stepping on somebody else's back, but it's figuring out a way how I can get out and I can turn around and get you out. You get that next person out, you get that next person out. There's no competition. This world is big enough for all of us, and opportunity is there for all of us. And not only that, what God got for you is for you. Can't nobody take your spot. If that's your spot and God says this is where you're going to be, can't nobody take that spot. So like I said, people ain't born haters, just misplaced admiration.